So I would recommend to people to not claim their kitchen islands, and of course to come see a professional.
For a lot of us, our homes became work offices during the pandemic. And as tax season approaches, tonight we're tackling the big question: can you claim that home workspace and money spent on additional resources on your taxes?
Now, this is a pretty common question, and there's a lot of conflicting information out there online. But our Paige Ellenberger spoke directly to tax experts to get the real answers. Paige?
When the commute to work switches from getting in your car and driving miles to waking up out of bed and walking over to your couch, more money is being spent on things like utilities and Wi-Fi. Now many are questioning if they can claim those expenses on their taxes. Paul York is a face-to-face kind of guy. But when COVID hit, he had no other option than to teach from home.
I appreciate technology, but sometimes when you're trying to portray information or when you're trying to get across an idea, sometimes it's just so much easier to do it in person.
To accommodate his newly found needs, he had to increase his Wi-Fi strength, which means more money spent each month.
We're cutting in places to then make up for some of those increased costs.
So when tax season rolled around, he wondered if he could claim those extra expenses.
Is that something that my employer will allow me to do? Is that something that's allowable under tax law? And so there are so many questions now. More questions than I've ever had when doing taxes.
However, there are questions that received short answers.
If you receive a W-2 from your employer, you are a standard employee. If you receive your money on a 1099 form, you are self-employed. And then you are allowed to claim the expenses for your job.
So if you fill out a W-2, you're likely out of luck. But he says some may try to find ways around the rules.
Chances are that if you find a loophole, you probably made it up, unless you can go then and then verify that through the tax code, through a regulation of some sort.
He urges those with tax questions to seek help from a professional or go to the IRS's website for the most accurate information. Reporting in Temple, Paige Ellenberger, 25 News.